YouTube. Beto here, like always, on HeartHomeTCG. I'm with my friend Kiko right there. And I'm recording this the night before NAIC. Very tired, very exhausted, and I have my 60 last. I have my 60 ready. I'll put it on screen right now, and I'll let you know how the tournament run goes, dudes. All right, guys, welcome back to the HeartHomeTCG. It is just me today, no Aaron today. So I wanted to go over my NAIC report and tell you guys how I did. I decided to bring Team Rocket's Mewtwo today to NAIC. I thought it was a decent meta call, but I'm not gonna lie, I didn't practice enough as much as I should have. I wasn't paying attention too much to the metagame, and I didn't really have an answer to Pult Hammers, which is fine. I actually did pretty decent into most of my Pult Hammers, but I have my notes right here, and I'll tell you all about it. So it was a draw and a tie. Something I noticed throughout the tournament. Just 15 minutes is not enough to play 3 sets of 3 games of Pokemon. Just like I normally it takes 20 minutes, so going into like 50 minutes is just not enough to finish 3 games. It's not enough, it really isn't. I won cleanly in game 1. You know, just Mimikyu, Phantom Dive with Clefairy, just doing what you're supposed to do against Pult. And then game 2, we had to get a judge call because my opponent misunderstood what a red card did. This is the second event with Chaos Rising being illegal, so I can understand it, so it's not an issue. He put his cards on top of the deck instead of putting them on the bottom. We had to have a judge come in and figure out the game state to see how many cards were left in hand before he did that. And then he was able to clean it up and turn to a time. Game number 2 was against into the poll, and something I was noticing throughout majority of my matches actually is I kept pricing to lose Clefairy. It is very essential for the Pult matchup because without it, we do not hit enough key numbers. Turning Dragapult's weakness into Psychic type, Mewtwo, Mimikyu, even attacking with the Clefairy at times is enough to really shape that matchup in our favor. But pricing it over and over again, like I priced it twice in my first game against the first Pult, and in this game I priced it again twice, which is unreal, but it happens. Game 3. Again, against Pult, but this time my Clefairy was not prized. So what happens when Clefairy is not prized is that we can usually beat Pult fairly consistently. Nothing too crazy happened, and we just went back and forth. It was honest back and forth, you know what I mean? Game 4, I played against the Hopsbox from Turwin. It was I believe it was the exact 60 that won Turwin. They just don't do enough damage to knock out Mewtwo, so I just put a Mewtwo attack, and then I just Giovanni something without a mist energy and just Wobbuffet all the damage back, so then they take 1 and I can just take another prize too. And now just nice stretcher back Wob, put the rocket energy on there, and we'll be fine. It was very clean, easy game. Pult Blaziken was kind of messy. I don't think he had much experience into the Mewtwo matchup, being quite frank. He started realizing how it's supposed to go. He's supposed to attack with his chicken as much as he can, but he didn't set up 2 Blazikens, which is an issue because Blaziken can't attack twice in a row, and if I hit Mewtwo for 280, and then he proceeds to Pult Phantom Dive, I can push up Mimikyu, knock out the Dragapult in 1 hit, and then put 6 damage counters on the Blaziken to knock it out fully. But he understood the matchup the more as we played on. It was a very close set, but I was able to go take it all. Game 6, I played against Azul GG, very turning opponent. He was on Zoroark. I was on, Mewtwo Spidops, so I don't think he played Darmanitan. He didn't play at least throughout our matches. Game was pretty swift. He started Petron. I started Mimikyu. And I started Mewtwo, sorry. I started Mewtwo. We went back and forth, but as soon as I got Spidops online and with no Darmanitan to set me back, it was fairly clean to just go 2 for 1, 2 for 1, 2 for 1 until I took all 6. Pretty much the same thing happened again. I started Mewtwo again. He started Zorua this time. We had a good back and forth. I needed the Ariana to find Ultra Ball and Brave Bengal. I had 3 cards in hand. I hit it. I went to Ultra Ball. Kind of scared. I drew Factory though. I placed my Factory. I sequenced correctly. I Ultra Balled away some of my garbage. Grabbed the spot ups out of the deck and then Factory, and we hit it all. And we beat Azul there. Game 7, I played against Zoroark again. But this time they did play Darmanitan, and Darmanitan really messes up that matchup a lot. Especially since my list, I'm pretty sure I will show it at the end of the video. I played a 3-3 Tarantula line. Normally in Mewtwo Spidops, most people play a 4-3 or even a 4-4. But I cut it down to a 3-3 so I could put in more tech inclusions. And for most of my matchups, it was not an issue at all, having 3 spiders. But one game, I prized 3 tarantulas. You're not supposed to prize 3 tarantulas. It's not good tech. So I scripted it pretty quickly because without tarantulas, Zoroark hits Mewtwo for weakness, so there's no point of me putting Mewtwo, letting it die, and then put another Mewtwo, take a prize, letting it die, and have one spider. Like, at that point, we're already too far behind. We went game 2. I completely forgot what those books do. I'm trying to remember. It's like books of transformation. Completely forgot it works like a Thornton. He was able to get Darmanitan out. I was able to knock it out the first time around, but he was able to books of transformation of the Darumaka into Darmanitan, and I could just not handle that offensive pressure because he would have Petron into Zoroark, Binding Mochi, and just knock out my spider and then knock out my little spider. Because like I said, I only play 3/3, so as soon as those 2 spiders went down, it was really hard to establish more spiders, but that's just how it goes. And then into game 8, I'm not gonna lie, I got cooked by Bolt. I started losing to Fairy twice in a row, which, if you don't know, is the worst Pokemon you can start in this matchup because it pretty much kills your Ariana from drawing until 8, and instead you draw until 5. So pretty much kills that supporter. Like, it's pretty much useless if you have Ariana. He played well around it. He just kept bossing around it. He never killed the Clefairies just to leave my Ariana offline. Game 2, we were just going back and forth. I low-key I wasn't really feeling it anymore, and he got me, but he's a really nice guy. Shout out Mad Mugs on Twitter. On X. He gave me the win, and that left me at a total of 15 match points out of 16 I needed to qualify for day 2, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. It was my first IC, and quite frankly, I didn't put enough prep time to this event, and I still came out fairly well. I think, honestly, Mewtwo was not the right call for this event, but honestly, I think I could have gone a little better if Clefairy wasn't prized. I believe it was prized about half my poll games, whatever, without my notes. But yeah, other than that, I had a pretty good time at NAIC. Let me know if you guys want to see maybe some footage I took. I didn't take, of just my trip in general. I want to go see some cool things, sightseeing. And stay tuned, like, and subscribe, and hopefully everyone will be here for the next one. All right, peace out.